Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans, do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. All right, my fellow Cowboys enthusiasts, today's video is packed with everything you need to know about what's happening with our beloved team. We're diving deep into a recent NFL Thursday night football game that's already making waves across social media, sports talk shows, and fan forums. It's a game that honestly has left many of us scratching our heads, questioning what's real and what's just fan reaction. But more importantly, this game has serious implications not just for the standings, but for how we interpret officiating, league consistency, and the future for our Cowboys this season. So, buckle up, because we're about to unpack every detail, every controversy, and every nuance of this electrifying game between the Dallas Cowboys and Detroit Lions. Now, let's start with the headline that's been dominating headlines and social media feeds: Detroit's 44-30 victory at Ford Field. It's a high-scoring roller coaster of a game, with both teams showcasing moments of brilliance and moments of chaos. But the story isn't just about the final score or the standout performances of Lions running back Jahmyr Gibbs, who scored 3 touchdowns, or Cowboys wide receiver Ryan Flournoy, who racked up 115 yards and a touchdown on 9 receptions. No, what's truly capturing everyone's attention are the controversial calls, the officiating decisions that have sparked accusations of bias, rigging, and league favoritism. And honestly, these aren't just casual complaints. They're fueled by questionable calls that, at least in the eyes of many fans and analysts, seem to have significantly impacted the game's outcome. Let's walk through the main flashpoints. The game was riddled with officiating errors, some blatant, others borderline, and these mistakes have ignited a firestorm of debate. First, there was the overturned safety. For those who don't remember, a safety is a crucial play, often a turning point, especially in a game with this level of intensity. But in this game, a safety call was made, then overturned, leaving fans puzzled and furious. Why overturn such a pivotal call? Was it a missed review, or was it a misjudgment? The details matter because in a game of inches, every call can swing momentum. And this isn't the only questionable decision. There were also missed offsides calls that, had they been correctly called, could have changed the course of the game. Then, there's the offensive pass interference, OP, flag that ultimately sealed the game for Detroit. Fans immediately pointed to this call as questionable. Was it a legitimate foul, or did the officials have a different angle or perhaps a different interpretation that led to the flag? These moments are crucial because they often come down to split-second judgments, but when they happen at pivotal points, like in the final minutes, they leave a lasting impression, especially when fans feel the calls are inconsistent or biased. Now, it's important to acknowledge that officiating errors are, unfortunately, part of the game. The NFL's referees are human and mistakes happen. But what fuels the conspiracy theories is when a pattern seems to emerge. Another missed offsides here, an overturned call there, that fans begin to wonder if there's a deeper issue. This season, the NFL's officiating has come under scrutiny more than ever. From weeks 11 to 13, numerous games have featured similar controversies, with fans and analysts alike questioning the integrity of some calls. The league has responded by reviewing these incidents and emphasizing the importance of accuracy, but the perception lingers, especially when highly visible games like this one are affected. Diving deeper into the game's officiating crew, led by referee Alex Kemp, we see a crew with a reputation that's somewhat middle of the road. Kemp, who's officiated 12 games this season, has a reported accuracy rate of around 65%, according to NFL data. Not terrible, but certainly not elite. The crew called 14 penalties in this game, 7 for each team, which isn't unusual, but the nature of these penalties and their timing certainly affected the flow and narrative of the game. Fans and analysts have pointed out that the inconsistencies in officiating, especially in high-stakes games, can influence not just the outcome but the perception of fairness across the league. So what does this mean for the Dallas Cowboys? Well, it's a mixed bag. On one hand, the Cowboys' start this season has been less than stellar: 3 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie to be exact. Their defense, which was supposed to be a strength, allowing more than 30 points on multiple occasions, has been a concern. The game against Detroit exposed some vulnerabilities, especially in the secondary and pass rush. Dak Prescott, who's been under the spotlight all season, showed flashes of his potential but also made some costly mistakes, including an interception that was returned for a touchdown. Meanwhile, wide receiver Ryan Flournoy's performance was a bright spot, providing that much-needed offensive boost, but it wasn't enough to overcome the defensive lapses and questionable officiating. The Lions, on the other hand, continue their impressive run, solidifying their spot as NFC favorites. With a record of 8-5, They're positioned well for a deep playoff run, especially with Jahmyr Gibbs shining as a dynamic playmaker. Their offense is clicking, and their defense is holding up when it matters most. The question now is whether the Lions' momentum can carry them through the final stretch of the season, and whether the controversy from this game will have lingering effects, either galvanizing the Cowboys to improve or undermining their confidence. From a broader perspective, this game highlights the ongoing debate about officiating in the NFL. Fans are increasingly vocal, and social media has become a battleground for opinions, some calling out the refs, others defending them. It's a reminder that in football, the human element always introduces a level of unpredictability and controversy. But it also raises questions about consistency and transparency. How can the league maintain fairness when mistakes happen? And how much influence do these calls have on the playoff picture? For the Cowboys, this game might serve as a wake-up call to tighten up their game and to prepare for the inevitable scrutiny that comes with big moments, especially when the officiating is under fire. Now, let's compare this situation with other recent high-profile games. You might recall similar controversies earlier this season, where crucial calls, like pass interference penalties or missed holding calls, altered the course of games for other teams. The league has tried to address these issues by increasing the use of instant replay and refining officiating protocols, but the human factor remains. For the Cowboys, it's a reminder that they need to focus on their own execution, regardless of the external noise. Their upcoming game against the Minnesota Vikings on Monday, December 15, will be critical. Will they be able to rise above the officiating controversies? Will Dak Prescott and the offense find consistency? And can their defense finally clamp down on opponents and reduce the points allowed? These are questions every Cowboys fan is asking right now. Looking ahead, the Cowboys face a challenging final month of the season. Every game feels like a must-win, especially with the NFC playoff picture tightening. The team's ability to stay resilient amid controversy, improve their discipline, and execute under pressure will define their postseason fate. Meanwhile, the Lions are riding high, but they're also aware that opponents will be gunning for them. The league's officiating controversy may continue, but the focus should remain on player performance, scheme adjustments, and mental toughness. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize that while this game was marred by questionable calls, it also revealed some of the most promising aspects of the Cowboys. Ryan Flournoy's standout performance suggests that our receiving core has the potential to be a real threat, and Dak Prescott still possesses the leadership qualities needed to carry this team forward. But the defensive struggles and the officiating controversies cast a shadow, reminding us that every detail counts in this league. The NFL is a game of inches and split-second decisions, and sometimes those moments define seasons. So, what's next for the Cowboys? How will they respond to this setback? Will the referees improve, or will the controversy continue to overshadow the game? And most importantly, can our team rally, learn from the mistakes, and push toward the playoffs with renewed determination? These are the questions that every Cowboys fan should be pondering as we head into these final weeks of the season. The journey is far from over, and every game, every call, every play will be crucial. Remember, this isn't just about one game. It's about the bigger picture, building a team that can withstand adversity, capitalize on opportunities, and ultimately reach the postseason. So keep your hope alive, stay engaged, and let's see how the Cowboys respond in the coming weeks. The future is still bright, even in the face of controversy, and I believe in this team's resilience. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and IT makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let's continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this controversial game? Do you think the officiating influenced the outcome more than the players did? Or do you believe that the Cowboys simply need to tighten up and focus on their own execution? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. I love reading your insights, and I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and behind-the-scenes looks at everything happening in Cowboys Nation. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep supporting our team through thick and thin. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, football is a game of passion, perseverance, and sometimes tough calls. But no matter what, we're in this together. Until next time, go Cowboys.